Hello guys, it's Football here with John Montez and we are back again with the Game Week 11. We are back. We really missed you. 2 weeks without football stories. Is it 2 weeks? Yeah, exactly 2 weeks without posting anything. So today we are back with the football stories. A lot of things has happened in the last 2 weeks. We want to talk about Chelsea versus Manchester City. That is the biggest game on Sunday. We are going to look ahead into that. We are going to talk about the VR decision. A lot of managers spoke. The Tottenham manager spoke. We will look into what he said. Pochetino also spoke. Arteta spoke. As always, Arteta has to speak.
Furious.
Was furious. Everything. A lot of things has happened. Especially last weekend. Unexpected result. Especially some big names we don't want to mention. A lot of things happen.
Experience that thing.
Yeah. We are going to talk about. We are also going to do a prediction at the end of this. We are going to do a prediction of game week 11. So this one is going to be really interesting episode. Make sure smash a like on the video. If you know you are new into this channel, don't forget to click that subscription button. And to our new subscribers, click that subscription button. Don't forget to click that notification bell so each and every time you produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. To our subscribers, we want to say thank you so much for your continuous support. Without you, we could not be able to reach where we are at the moment. Make sure it's commenting into this video or commenting into video increase viewership and it increase that interaction. So make sure the only way you can support this channel is by just subscribing and commenting. That is the only way. So make sure it's comment, subscribe, and don't forget to give us your prediction. So we are going to direct into, I don't know, Evans, a lot of things. I don't know, we start with the VR decision.
I think VR
is the bigger thing.
Yes,
so we are going to start with VR decision.
Yes, it's increasingly becoming controversial.
Some managers support it.
True.
And a lot of managers spoke about, if you look what Tottenham manager spoke about, what it said there after that game against Chelsea, which in real sense is the one who he didn't benefit into it.
Yes, but he was composed.
He was really composed and
about
positive about VR.
Yes.
What is your thought on VR decision? Is it now something we should now get rid of football, or we deal with the consequences?
I think VR first we have to assess why it was brought into the game.
Yeah. That is where
the main objective why it was brought into game was to solve key controversial issues that can bring dispute into the game. And as things continue, it's like it's failing in that mandate. Because we've had some very serious cases where there have been tight decisions that have to be made by VR.
Then they make an error.
And they also continue to make an error. So it's high time they have to review the decision whether to continue with it or not. But in some instances, it has also helped. Yes.
It can't be just bad the
whole day, but it has also helped in some instances.
If you look against the Liverpool game against Tottenham,
yes,
VR really
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks, is it?
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
Yes.
VR made an error and they came out and apologized for making an error. Then the following Sunday, the following weekend, they make an error. Following they apologize again. Yes. The following Sunday again, they make an error. So this is what I want you to go, guys, and listen to the press conference of Tottenham. We don't have those editing up to this moment. I know we will work on that. What Tottenham manager said, he said that he talked about the referee to have their decision, and the VR to do his work. Yes. So you obey the rules. Sometimes it goes against you. Sometimes you benefit from it.
Actually, that's how it was brought up, to obey the authorities.
To obey the authorities. So if you look, Tottenham benefited on the VR against Liverpool. This weekend, the same thing that happened to Liverpool.
Yes.
Last weekend, not this weekend. Last weekend. The same thing that happened to Liverpool happened to them.
Yes.
So the manager was positive about it and he said, like, you know what? Sometimes it goes against you. Yes. Sometimes it goes with you.
Yes.
And Chelsea manager also came and said most of the managers wanted this VR.
Yeah.
Now if it goes against you, you start complaining how the VR is bad, how the VR decision is. And if it goes against, if it goes
in
with
favor.
you, with favor for you, then you say,
Celebrate.
VR is good. Do you think now we should just adapt into the technology and say what obey the rules?
My opinion is, yes, technology is good.
Yeah.
And VR has also helped in various instances where we also saw when there are some tight decisions
to be made. Yeah, and you really need VR.
I think the main thing that they should do to improve the accuracy of such outcomes is to really take their time. There's no hurry, because nowadays I can see they are adding almost 10 minutes.
And 12 minutes.
Yes. So
game is going on over 100
even if
minutes.
they delay the game by 4 minutes
or 5, just take the decision
Just
and
take
make
your time
and make the right decision.
review it well, because that time will be recovered,
Yeah.
the extra time added. So there's no need to hurry when making decisions. Otherwise, it's good, and sometimes it helps. I know it's sometimes
your team can be you'll say, hey,
last minute 90 plus 4. It's normally sad when you lose a game at that particular time. But if it's true that that was the decision, then that is football.
That is football.
Yeah.
Accept the result and then get on. So that one is really interesting. Let us see down on the comment section what you guys think about the VR decision. You support VR or you don't support it. You disown it. Are you disowning VR?
All the time. Not when it goes in your favor.
If you're disowning VR, make sure you do it every time. Not at the moment. Sometimes not selective. When it helps you, you say, "Oh, this is right." When it doesn't, when it goes against you, then something.
But it's good to have to be consistent.
Yeah, it's good to be consistent. That is what we all ask for VR, being consistent.
Yes.
The next thing we want to talk about actually we are just going direct into Chelsea.
No, before that, I think you said we talked something about Manchester.
Oh yeah, Ten-Hag on crisis, and I think we have to speak about this one.
Yes.
Manchester United, luckily, not even we watched Champions League.
Yes, I watched. Yes.
And you know the result. What happened?
4-3.
4-3.
Yes.
And if you look the way Manchester United played that game, and we haven't have good result since the beginning of the season. What do you think of Ten Hag at the moment? Do you think Luton game might be deciding? I know we are going to talk about the prediction in a minute. So
most likely he's leaving on borrowed time.
That is all. Do you think he's the right man for the job?
But still, I believe he's still the right man, because I've scanned the market. It's like there's no appropriate replacement at the moment. But I think he needs some time. Maybe up to December or maybe January. If he fails to turn things around, then now you can start the talk of how to replace him. But right now, I saw the way you played against
Copenhagen, which was really good.
The first half was really good. Leave alone that the instance that happened. You had confidence, you controlled the game. In fact, I think it's the first time in this season when
Manchester United
the first 5 minutes, I don't know, 10 minutes.
Played really good football.
Good football, yes.
For the first time, I saw Manchester United playing good football for
So
team.
I think the incident, the red card that was issued to Rashford really changed the whole game. That game you are supposed to win.
For
That
me,
was very unfortunate.
For me, if we did plan to analyze that game,
Yes.
but you have just brought the topic in,
Yes.
so we can just say it. I don't feel we can talk about the red card as the main consequence why we lost that game, because at 86 minutes,
it was 3-2.
Manchester United was leading 3-2.
Then you collapsed 4-3.
In this, if you are a good manager who understands game, this game you should manage it.
Yeah. Because you are.
It's only 11 minutes.
You are 1 man down.
You are 1 man down and you are leading 3-2. You cannot lose this game 4-2. This one kills morale of the team. And if you look the way we haven't got the result.
I don't know where the problem lies. I don't know whether it's motivation or what.
The problem, sometimes we can blame the manager, sometimes you can blame the players. But this one is hard. Because you don't know the problem, you don't know what is happening behind the closed doors.
It has reached a point where Man U now only wins average against average teams.
And not winning, we struggle to win.
To win against average teams.
Not even winning. That is why I always say Manchester United, we are still behind, because I remember watching that game, I was like, this is how we're supposed to play. The first 40 minutes.
20 minutes.
I was like, this is how we should be playing. If we could have started with this pace early, we could have been good. But if you look,
then boom, red card.
It's like we are unlucky each and every time since the beginning of the season. Something
there are some positives out remarks.
If you look our game against which game we played last? Was it
the league against Fulham?
Fulham.
Yes.
That was not a win that you can describe that Manchester United have won comfortably. It was a shaky win. Yes. Liverpool, we couldn't have gotten that one. It was not easy.
Sometimes even the best teams, when there are some bad days in office.
It's bad day in office and you should be getting results.
Yes, you should dig and get results. That's actually what happened. But it should not be like that.
Consistent. Each and every time Manchester United, you have to fumble and you have to fight. You have to work hard for your result. It's not good. And I think, just like you have said, Eric Ten Hag might be living in a borrowing time because there's a big decision coming on Monday. I hope Monday we will be doing a video because it will be on holiday. Somehow we will be doing a video because maybe the 25% issue of Manchester United will be released on Monday.
Decided on that day.
On Monday. So it's a big decision coming. Where do you see Eric Ten Hag's future if things continue as this?
If things continue this way, then...
Because if you look in the market, probably if you could have another manager performing like this and Ten Hag was in the market, you could be thinking of bringing Ten Hag.
They could have replaced him long time ago just to try and change the environment. But right now, I know the biggest problem is that lack of serious managers in the market. So that's why maybe they're still giving him time. But if the situation continues till January, then they'll have no otherwise but relieve him of his duties.
But if you look, Premier League, we are not in a bad position.
Yes, because
Manchester United
teams that were apparently ahead of us are also struggling. Especially Brighton.
Struggle, West Ham struggle, Brentford struggle, Liverpool also drew last game. So that gap is not big, but it can be recovered. Actually,
it's 6 points.
Before we go, actually, we are going to mix. That is how. Let us see your thoughts on Manchester United situation at the moment. A lot Champions League. They are now playing on they are waiting for favor to happen. Things are now.
You have to wait for other
I always feel like we should not even go to Europa. We are not good enough to play Europa. You should just go home, relax, focus on the league and the FA Cup because this one is man. We cannot go further than
Thursday football will just continue to make it
to weaken us and injured players will be getting injury. So I feel like if Manchester United cannot get number 2, then let us just drop and come back home. We say
focus on 2 things.
To focus on the FA and the Premier. At least we'll save energy and time. Chelsea, our big brothers. Okay.
Actually,
they played well against Tottenham.
Actually, that's the game to watch.
That is the game we get to watch.
Yes.
Do you think Chelsea are back? I know Chelsea fans always, they are always on my neck that I don't always when I speak about Chelsea I laugh. But today, seriously.
No, we give credit where it gives.
We give credit where it gives. So, Chelsea. We saw the game against Tottenham.
You can't say that they are back per se, but the result against Tottenham was encouraging. It was a boost. But we can also not fail to say the underlying factors that made that result go that way. Because playing against
8 men.
8 or 9, I don't know.
8, 2 red cards. That one is probably 9 people.
9, yes.
8 in the pitch, 1 goalkeeper.
They had to win that.
They had to win.
But before the red card, they also played well. I remember I watched all that game. Raheem Sterling
was really good.
He lost 2 goals. Actually, he scored, but the VAR decision. It was very tight, and that's how it ended. But I know Chelsea played very well against Tottenham, and that could be
a big point.
Morale, yes, to them. But now, the problem now they are meeting
Manchester. Do you think that, okay, it's not, we can't say it's a must win for Chelsea.
Yeah, it's not a must
but
win.
But getting even a draw into this game will boost their morale and will change the situation in Premier League. Because if you look currently, not that Chelsea are not playing good football. They are really playing good football. Goals are not coming.
The problem is that the goals are not coming. And
but
also wasting a lot of chances.
Yeah, wasting a lot of chances.
Especially Nicholas Jackson.
He scored that trick last week and he said, oh, okay, Chelsea fans were okay, Chelsea.
That was inevitable because there was no one to block him. But now, 11 against 11, it might prove difficult to replicate the same.
Especially with the Man City.
Because he has been waiting tons and tons of chances,
which could have been translating it into goals.
Yeah.
It's really
that's the biggest
hard
undoing with
Chelsea.
With Nicholas Jackson.
And I haven't really had any news about Chelsea looking potential striker on the market. Especially they have a striker, by the way, in Roma. Lukaku is still a Chelsea player.
But they
scoring somewhere.
They already sent him on loan there. But they were planning to incorporate Nkunku after international break.
Let me tell you, you cannot wait on Nkunku, a player wizard.
Who has never played for the past I don't know how many months.
For the last how many months, he cannot just come direct and boom it out like that. It has to take time and adapt to the system. So we are not disputing that Chelsea are
they should bring a serious striker
and then
offer competition.
The only missing link at Chelsea now is striker. They should not change anything.
They should get a striker,
a proper striker who can
competition
to Jackson.
Yeah,
true. So we are going to see Manchester City. Actually, you have even discussed about that is all about Chelsea. Yeah. Manchester City versus Chelsea this weekend. Coming this weekend, let's see your thoughts on Manchester City versus Chelsea. Manchester City, no one is unbeaten now. Everyone has now gotten.
Now we are zero mileage.
Zero.
Everyone has zero mileage.
Now it's time to restart.
Yes.
Man City versus Chelsea.
It will be a tough game.
It will be a tough. Actually, yesterday you were telling me about Stones missing.
You know, Stones has been supporting Rodri in that midfield, but I don't think it's indispensable. It's not
something that can be worrying to Manchester City.
There are many defenders that can help him. Help Rodri to play.
Because I think Akanji is also back this weekend.
Yeah, Akanji, I think will be back.
And we have
Gavidiol. Yeah.
You have Rodri is also there. So it's not a problem for Manchester City, especially if you look in terms of paper. Of course, football we are going 11 against 11. After month, you don't know football.
You can't.
On paper, Manchester City are the favorite.
Yeah.
On paper, Manchester, but we are not saying Chelsea cannot get result out of them.
They can. In football, nothing is impossible.
Especially, I see a possibility of a draw. I see just a possibility of a draw into this game because I feel Chelsea defense are good. If you look the game against Arsenal,
yes.
If you look the game against Arsenal, they lost that game because of individual errors.
Yeah.
Not even that Arsenal was serious threat to
individual errors.
It was just individual errors.
Yeah.
And if they avoid those individual errors tomorrow, on Sunday, actually I think they will have a chance of getting a point against Manchester City. But winning that game with that type of striker they have, I don't think that one is going to even be a threat to Manchester City defense. The best,
yes,
it's possible they can win it, but I don't feel.
So you've already issued your prediction, or
yeah. On this one, I've given Manchester City.
Okay.
Most probably I'm giving Manchester City. But if Chelsea get a point into this game, I'm not disputing, but they can get a point into this game. So
yeah, for me, my opposition is obvious.
Manchester City.
Because I can't go against the rules.
You can't go against the rules.
I'm also Angie. I'm like Angie.
You go with the rules.
I go with the rules.
So
City.
Let's see down on the comment section what you guys think about Tottenham versus Chelsea. Chelsea versus Manchester City this coming weekend. We are going direct into game week 11 prediction. This one is going to be really interesting because tough decision, bold decision. Do you have bold decision today?
Actually, no bold decision today. I forgot.
How can you forget bold decision and we are waiting for bold decision? So it's going to be really interesting. Make sure you interact with this one. Comment, really comment. We are really appreciating your support into the conversation. Wolves versus Tottenham.
Actually,
tough one with not
early kickoff.
Two main important players for Tottenham are missing. Madison and who was that? The other one, the other guy.
The guy who got red card, Romeo.
2 red cards.
Yes, 2 red cards, Romeo and Dogi. Yes.
Madison injured.
Madison was also injured. He was stretched off.
Richarlison injured.
Yeah.
There's a third injury. I can just confirm it, but
No problem. See ya.
What do you think of this one? Wolves have also gotten some. Have surprised people. They are
Pedro
not.
Neto is injured.
Pedro Neto is injured.
Yes, the main one. Though there are also other concerns.
Wolves.
Yeah.
With Pedro Neto. Oh yeah, Pedro Neto got injured, but he's a good striker. He's the main player for Wolves. Tottenham also have some good injury there. Perisic, but this one was not being playing. They have Mickey Van de Ven.
The main one is Udogi
and Romeo.
Yes.
Tough one.
And you know, Molina Stadium
It's not easy.
is not easy. You know that South Korean guy.
The South Korean.
Gadela knows it very well. That's South Korean guy.
But I listened to Tottenham's manager today. He's really confident.
Him is confident.
It doesn't matter who is there or who is
Once
not.
you have been given that opportunity to play,
you have
should actually prove it.
It's worth it.
Yeah. So I think playing at Molina Stadium will not be easy for Tottenham.
Yeah.
But since they're somewhere in the league and they want to keep that momentum,
the momentum to go
they'll
forward.
They'll go there to win in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I know it will be a tough one, but I'll side with Tottenham.
Even me
That's
on
light
this,
margin.
even me on this one, I side with Tottenham. I don't think there will be a lot of goals, but Tottenham have always surprised us each and every weekend with a lot of goals.
Actually, no one gave them a chance. Actually, they are punching above their weight.
Yeah, at the moment, because we did a prediction. Go and look our prediction where we predicted where Tottenham is not even near top 4. Even though nobody expected that.
So it's one of the surprises.
Yeah, so Tottenham really is good, and I think
irrespective of the injuries, I think they'll still try to get some results. With the margin of winning.
I know the tough game is coming on the against Manchester City next,
yeah.
Which we will talk about that. We'll talk about that when the time arrives.
Next weekend.
The next second game will be Manchester United versus Luton Town. I know we have talked about Manchester United with the mixed result, not winning comfortably, Eric Ten Hag, the situation. So, but Luton also are good. You saw, was it against Liverpool?
Actually, Liverpool had to dig deep into added time
for them to get a
draw. Actually, it was the last kick of the game, of the match.
It's tough one.
Yeah.
It's tough one. But I've got Luton.
Yes.
They really control ball.
Yeah.
They know how to control the ball. They have confidence with the ball. Yes. The only problem is how to turn them to goals.
Kabisa.
That's where the problem. I've watched Luton playing out. There's a game I've watched them full game. And
Luton watched the Liverpool game.
Yeah.
Entirely.
They really know how to control.
Yeah. And they also defended very well.
Yeah. So it's going to be a tough Manchester United time. It's going to give Manchester United time to block that team, especially with the current situation that is going on. A lot of things. The confidence level is down. I think Manchester United is going to get it. I feel we are going to win it, but I think we are going to win it rough.
True. I also have the same sentiment. Manchester United will win it, but maybe the shaky style way, maybe last minute or
it will be a one goal or something. I don't think there will be a lot of goals.
Because otherwise there's no excuse for Ten Hag to lose this game.
There's no excuse.
No injury. Who is injured right now? Which injury concerns? Wan-Bissaka is back.
Who? There's one
Don't
person.
say Luke Shaw, because Luke Shaw has been out for the longest time.
Casemiro.
No.
Which is not a good. If he could control a game against Copenhagen in Champions League, how can you not?
No, Luton is an average team.
It's not. It's an average team.
Yes.
It's not that.
So you should win against Luton. So I'll also side with United.
I also side with United into this. And the third game, I know this one is not going to be tough for the Gunners. When they keep complaining if VR goes against them, especially Arteta should stop just complaining. Be a man and accept it, because a lot of time, a lot of decisions have gone with Arsenal sometimes, which are not correct.
And they have celebrated.
They have celebrated the goals and the
90
plus 7. Sometimes they were being added even 10 minutes.
And they scored 2 goals.
And they scored 2 goals
against United.
I can remember, even it was a penalty we were denied with the VR, and we cannot forget about that.
But,
and it was against Arsenal.
But sometimes I also feel the way I sympathize with that.
I know you can.
I watched that game. Most of the angles showed that the ball was out. I don't know how true is that, but from what we saw, and most other people also had the chance to see what happened,
they said that the ball
was out. So I know
because if you look,
furious.
you have to be furious, but
Yes.
sometimes it throws words which are not
appropriate for
the decision, which sometimes is not good for the
Even
match.
Liverpool lost, but
You know, no one complained.
Yeah.
How many times Liverpool how many times Vieira have given Arsenal a win?
so many
So
instances.
many, and he hasn't come out to complain. Sometimes he needs to. He's embarrassing himself.
I think they should put that incident behind them and
Focus on the next
game. Yeah.
Because even if you complain, you say the way people are embarrassing,
Yeah.
you will never change the decision, and you have to play with the ref. Or should Ateta come and ref people? Because if everybody is embarrassing, then you come and ref. The linesman was there.
Of course, no one will celebrate when VR
goes against you,
but you need to
be bold up.
calm and control your emotions.
Yeah.
So Arsenal against Burnley.
I feel Arsenal will win now.
No, Arsenal will win. They are too good for Burnley.
Yeah.
Too good to lose against Burnley.
Football surprise people.
Currently, they are firing all angles.
Yeah.
So Burnley,
especially after that lose against.
And they have recovered against midweek.
Yeah. And by the way, I feel like even if the decision could have got anyway, Newcastle were favourite into that game.
They played well.
Newcastle really controlled the game.
Yeah.
And if Arsenal, the team was to lose, Arsenal was going to lose that game. If you don't watch that game properly, Arsenal was going. It was just their day. The way in the office for Arsenal. So just keep our brothers. I know you're our brothers.
Anyway, they should redeem themselves with this Burnley match tomorrow. And I side with them.
Even me, I side with them, but things can change. But I side with Arsenal on this one. We have Crystal Palace versus Everton. Everton makes results, challenging us each and every time.
I think Everton is one of the. I think Everton and Nottingham Forest is one of the
3 days in a row.
Yes.
3 games in a row. They are winning.
One of the teams which is hard to predict.
Yeah. But then I can remember we talked about how we cannot ever give.
They won their last game
against Aston Villa at home. Which Aston Villa, I don't know the last time Villa lost a game at home. It was really a nice result for Nottingham Forest. So Crystal Palace, Everton, Crystal Palace also are not an easy team to beat. You cannot just go there to that you are going to pick points, especially if you're Everton. Yeah. They are not going to allow it.
Actually, they won against Burnley last game 2-0. And they were playing away.
So Crystal Palace.
Everton drew 1-1 against Brighton. And before that, they won a game against Burnley 3-0. And even against West Ham. Actually, they've got a run of good results in the last.
Crystal Palace.
No, Everton.
In the last, Everton
in the last 5-6 games, they've only drawn once. The last 5 games. Wow. In all competition.
The other ones win.
Yeah.
So and actually, they're playing only Premier League.
They're only focusing on Premier League.
So it's tough one.
And League Cup.
It's tough one. It's tough one to call. Crystal Palace versus Everton. For me, I went with a draw. Let me be honest with you. I went with a draw in this one because I feel that it's not easy to break Crystal Palace defense. Yeah. They're really compact together. They know how to, they're low blocking team. Yes. And they can also ambush you in a counter-attack. Yes. And Everton, they are also strength. They know how to control their midfield. Their system works for them. That team, sometimes I just feel like they cannot keep up with a good result for a very long time. But they're really playing good if they decide to play football.
They normally surprises you. When you expect them
to lose, then they win. When you expect them to win, now they lose. That is how Everton really plays. It fluctuates. So
for me,
I went with the draw.
Okay, I took a different position. I sided with Everton.
You sided with Everton?
Yes.
I feel I can see. Everton are really good, but I feel that Crystal Palace, they have to defend well against Everton, which are really good.
We'll watch that tomorrow.
We will see that one tomorrow. The next game is Bournemouth versus Newcastle. Our friends Newcastle, I think they're in the group of death and they might qualify to round of 16. It's not impossible.
No,
I know.
It's possible. With football, it's possible, but right now, I think much of their focus is in the league.
No.
They have lost 2 consecutive games in the
league. No, what I feel that they're going to qualify for round of 16 Champions League. Newcastle. We're talking about Newcastle, by the way. Why am I saying that? The only team which has beaten them in that group is only that
The first
Borussia Dortmund.
Borussia, home and away, by the way.
Home and away. That is the only team. If you look, PSG, they really fired the PSG.
But the problem,
will Borussia Dortmund lose?
Yes.
That is the other question.
Will Newcastle win the remaining games?
I feel they can win against AC Milan. 100%. 100% home.
Okay. And the Milan and the PSG in France.
PSG in France, that is a tough call for them. Because and Borussia Dortmund also has to play PSG and AC Milan in somehow.
For me, I think they just drop down to
Europa or
Europa League, or even being eliminated.
I don't feel so. I have a soft heart for Newcastle somehow. I feel like Newcastle will make it to the round of 16. I don't know, but
anyway, we'll see.
We'll see.
That
is a decision we're discussing about that one immediately after international break.
Yes.
Because you have international break. When is international break?
After next weekend.
After next week. We only have
we only this next weekend, then
international break.
International break.
Yeah, that is really, really interesting actually.
So Newcastle against,
Bournemouth against Newcastle. What do you think of that?
I think Bournemouth secured their first win.
Yeah, by the way, you have to congratulate Bournemouth.
Congratulations. After such
a long time without result. And Newcastle are also good. They lost against Borussia Dortmund midweek on Wednesday. But I watched their game against Arsenal, Borussia, Nottingham Forest, Newcastle or Fire.
Actually, it was not even last weekend. It was the other weekend against Burnley. Last weekend they were hammered 6 by Newcastle, by City.
Man City.
Yes. But
I see the goalkeeper. It was really embarrassing. I even stopped watching that game immediately after first half.
But that notwithstanding, I think Newcastle right now they're in their best shape, especially in the league, in
the Premier League, yeah.
Free scoring,
goals. They can put even 5 against 8. They fear you. They don't fear.
So
it can be a nightmare for Bournemouth.
So if you have to beat Newcastle, then you have to score so many goals. Because with them they'll score 2 or 3. Yeah, in most occasions. So this game against
especially if your defense is shaky.
Yeah.
They can pour you goals you never see.
So this game against Bournemouth, I think Newcastle it's an outright win for
Newcastle.
Yes.
Even we are finished an outright win for Newcastle.
Yes.
Even we went with Newcastle on this one. The 6th game will be Aston Villa versus Fulham. Aston Villa lost last weekend. Fulham lost last weekend. I always have a soft spot for Aston Villa. Fulham, I mean. You always have a soft spot for Aston Villa.
Yeah.
This one is going to be a tough one. Not easy to predict and not easy to see where.
I think.
Especially after that lose.
Yes. No, they have never lost. I don't know the last time they lost at home.
Last weekend.
No, they were away.
They were away?
They were away, yeah. Okay. Against was it Nottingham Forest?
No. Yeah, not
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa, yes. Versus Nottingham Forest, where they lost 2-0.
Yeah. Yes, you see, they were away. They lost 2-0.
At home.
They lost away.
They lost away, yes. But now we are going back at home.
At home, I can't remember the last time they lost a game. They've got a run of good results. So they are going to meet which team? Fulham. But if Fulham played well last weekend against Manchester United, only that was the last minute.
It was just an error.
An error.
Something like they lost focus, then something happened.
Yeah, but they really played well. But I don't think if Aston Villa will allow them to get another win. And even Aston Villa losing 2 games in a row will be very, because they'll be off top 5.
If they lose this game.
Yes, if they lose this game and you win, Manchester wins,
then the
difference will only be 1 point.
1 point.
And I don't think they'll allow that. So for me, I'll start with Aston Villa.
It's a tough one to call. I always say I have a soft spot for Fulham, and I always feel they play beautiful football. Especially they control that game against Manchester United. They have rested the whole week. Aston Villa played.
Aston Villa played yesterday and won against Alkmaar.
I just feel I will go with the Fulham. Let me be honest.
No problem.
I will go with Fulham because I always feel like Fulham will win this one.
No problem.
I know all my decision with Fulham, my
Actually,
all
these are-
decision with Fulham I've never worked, but I feel this one will work. If I will go
The
to
first
bold
time.
decision,
Yes.
this one will be the best guess to bold decision.
No, next weekend we'll be back with the bold decision.
So
We had limited time to analyze.
We had limited time to analyze
Yes.
this, by the way. So that one you have sorted about Aston Villa versus
Next
Fulham.
one is Brighton, Sheffield.
Next one is Brighton Sheffield. Tough one. Tough
Brighton.
call.
Brighton of late
Mixed result.
has got mixed results. Actually,
They don't know how to play. Actually, the problem is playing weekend and
weekdays.
It's
Really
really
takes a toll
hammering
on
them. And
Yeah.
it's giving them fatigue. They cannot. Of course, they play beautiful football and nice football to watch. But
Europe and league.
and league is not
handling
working
two
for them.
is like not working for them. But I see they've got a game against Sheffield on Sunday. Sheffield is not that bad. They've rested the whole week, but I doubt if they have the potential to inflict some pain to Brighton. I doubt. It's Brighton to win for me.
I went with that X. I went with that draw. Because I feel like
You have another bold decision.
I have another bold decision, especially there are two now.
Actually,
there are even three.
Actually, I'm surprised. I don't have any draw.
Any draw.
Hey. I think this is going to be the first weekend. There's going to be no draw.
I don't feel so. Our draw must come in Premier League. The last time Premier League had no draw was when?
That's the bold decision by day. Actually, that's the bold decision. No draw.
No draw.
Yes.
Oh yeah. It's going to be tough. Even Manchester City can draw this one. I really feel.
Actually, that's the bold decision for the weekend. We just found a bold decision. No draw this weekend. That's the bold decision.
I started with a draw into this because I feel Brighton, they're good defending. Sheffield United are not good scoring a lot of goals. They're not good in scoring. Brighton, of course,
they played well.
They played well.
The fatigue aspect. I understand they were school of thought.
Yeah. So I went with a draw to that.
It's opinion based.
7. That was match 7. Match 8 is West Ham versus Nottingham Forest.
Another guy.
Another bold decision. Actually, I say that way. I will never give Nottingham Forest.
But of late
they have since we said that.
Improved, yeah.
Since we said that, they have been playing well.
I think they had us. They've been
They
playing
had-
well.
they had-
They won even the last game against Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Even before that, they had some good results. But
West Ham
they've got a run of poor results in
Yeah,
the league.
of lately.
I think the last 3 games they're struggling to win.
Actually,
Draw,
you
loss.
can't even imagine this was the team which was leading in the last 2 games at the first opening.
Actually, I think it's high time now they get back to winning ways. Because if they lose this game, if they lose tomorrow, Sunday, Manu will go ahead of them. Or Thierry Manu is ahead of them.
No, we are going ahead of them.
So I think they'll
have to win to
work
get
hard to win
results.
this game. So I've started with West Ham.
I went with an X again.
No problem.
With a bold decision on X because I
Bold decision this weekend is not draw.
Another bold decision there.
Yes.
I went with a draw on this one because I feel that they're good defending. West Ham are really good defending. Of course, Nottingham Forest, you cannot predict how many goals they can average. Just score 2 goals in their game. But that's not disputing that West Ham also can score a lot of goals.
Yeah.
So I went with an X because I think if you weigh average,
swing
they are the same. So I went with that draw on that one. Game week 9. I see we are running out of time. Game week 9. We have Liverpool versus Brentford. Liverpool with the mixed result. They lost a game. This
against Luton last weekend.
Luton they drew.
Yeah, they drew against Luton last
Yesterday
weekend.
they lost.
Yesterday, Europa League, they lost against some French team. Was it Toulouse or something?
I don't know that team. So I can't watch Europa. That is why I am advocating Manchester United.
For me, I watched it. I had some free time.
Okay.
Yes.
Brentford. And Brentford also got a win. Was it against actually I think you have it there.
Yes.
Last weekend I think Brentford got a win.
Yeah, they tried. They won against was it West Ham? Yes.
Yeah.
3-2.
3-2.
Yeah.
Tough
Really
call.
motivated.
Tough
And they have rested the
call.
entire week.
They have rested the entire week. Liverpool played this weekend, and Liverpool also now want result because that one was
They have to keep pace with
unacceptable.
City and
They have to
Tottenham
keep
and
space,
Arsenal.
with everybody, because if they lose, Manchester United are closing the gap if Manchester win,
Actually,
and nobody wants that.
if they lose on Sunday and Manchester wins, the difference will only be 3 points.
3 points,
Yes, because right now they have 24 points.
and that's
United
what
has 18.
21.
Yeah.
So they have to. They feel it's a
Yeah.
must result for
It's a
them
must
because you have to keep Manchester City. Manchester City cannot live with 6 points behind.
Nah, if we get into such a situation,
Then forget about
it.
because now Manchester City are heading number 2 is with
Just 2 points. 2 points. Just 2 points.
2
No,
points.
1 point.
1 point.
Yeah.
So it's tough
So Liverpool can't afford
to lose this one.
Because right now,
that is why I side with Liverpool into this one. I feel that it is a must win for them, and if they want to keep the pace.
And after international break, we are now entering that stage of the season where we'll be playing midweek
and
weekends.
Midweek
Up to January.
It's tough one.
So it's high time now they start to pick a consistency of good results.
I side with Liverpool.
Likewise, Liverpool.
The last one, which we have also discussed about,
and we had even
predicted about it, Chelsea versus Manchester City. Side with Manchester City.
Both of us sided with City.
But I'm not disputing Chelsea getting a result out of this. It can get a point. It can really. I have a heart. For the first time, I have a heart for a good heart for Chelsea. That they might get a point into this.
No problem. For me,
we go home.
In Swahili we say Wembe ni ule ule.
This one will be demoralizing their morale, by the way, if they lose it. No, but a bigger test for
this one cannot demoralize because even if
they know the result.
Even if it was to be sacked against the result, even management will understand.
Will understand.
Yeah.
So that is our prediction game week 11. Let's sit down on the comment section what you guys think about game week 11. Smash a like on the video. Don't forget to click the subscription button. Don't forget to click that notification bell so each and every time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. To our subscribers, we want to say thank you so much for your continuous support. Without you, we could not be able to reach where we are at the moment. Until we do the next one, enjoy. Bye bye.